Good evening, friends, for this February meeting, and I thank everybody who have joined the meeting today, and really appreciate people who have been very, hectic schedules with their ASDIN. They have joined us today, and we have the faculty today from Dr. Vandana Niyyar, Dr. Manish, Dr. Padmanabhan, and the speakers, we have Abhilash and Dr. Arun and Dr. Vineet. So we have a great mix of experience and seniors and very brilliant young people contributing today. So without much ado, we'll start. So before we start, I thought we'll welcome especially Dr. Vandana for having taken up the presidentship during this meeting, and Dr. Hemant. Yes, Hemant, I'll be happy if you can welcome Vandana and give a felicitation for her briefly, then we'll move on to the lectures.
Definitely. Hi, Vandana. Welcome. It's my great privilege to introduce my very dear old friend, whom we know each other for maybe last 7-8 years. Since the time we have been together at ASDIN. And of course, first of all, congratulations for being the president of ASDIN. And of course, whatever is written, she's been, so to say, daughter of soil from Rohtak, all the way to Emory University, Atlanta, USA. And I suppose she's been there since her fellowship and went on to become professor of nephrology. And besides her achievement, let me share some personal things which I know about her. She is very good host, where she hosted us for a dinner during the ASDI meeting in 2019 at Atlanta. And also what I realized when she was in Mumbai was that she's a foodie. She wanted to go and eat street food, which I had to prevent her. I said, look, we people staying in Mumbai don't eat street food. Forget about you coming from USA. So, and of course, all her achievements are projected on the slide, so I don't need to read them, but she has been one of the excellent interventional nephrologists. And we welcome you once again. And what about Manish? Yeah, so Manish has been also old friend, professor of nephrology at PGI Chandigarh, and recipient of many awards, and has written several chapters and articles, I suppose more than 250 publications and about 20 odd chapters in the textbook. So, and he's been doing interventional nephrology work quite a bit at PGI Chandigarh. So he will be an asset to have us as chairman for this meeting. So Bala, back to you, and let's start.
Yeah. Before we start, Dr. Vandana may be leaving in a short time before the lectures finish. So your views on this body volume assessment by ultrasound, a brief impression on that before we start right away.
I think Abhilash is the king of volume of ultrasound, really. And so whatever he says, I follow. I think he's definitely done a lot in it. But I mean, everything, I always look at point of care ultrasound more as an adjunct to physical examination. And I think that all the tools that we have at our disposal, we can use them. And none of them is perfect. They're all a little fallible, but combined together, they give us a lot of accuracy. And for our patients especially, the literature isn't as robust as it is in other patients or in other patient populations, but that's also being built up as we move along and as we start doing more detailed assessments. So instead of just doing the IVC or just doing the lungs, looking at portal veins, like looking at all of the vexus, as we get more involved in doing this in our patient populations, we'll definitely have a clearer picture. But I do think that it helps to give us an idea as to where things are. And I consider it an extension of the stethoscope, really. In fact, a lot of people have traded in their stethoscope for a little ultrasound. And I think that is the way of the future. We are going to have to everybody get up to speed on this, because it's just going to be one of the other things that we do. So, and Abhilash's work is, I mean, he's just a beacon in the field. So, you know, I always look forward to his talks. Very, very clear and very precise.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Vandana. I think before we make Abhilash present, I should introduce Dr. Padmanabhan, the other faculty. He is from Chennai. He finished from Madras Medical College, is BBS and MD from Stanley. And he was one of my teachers in MMC when I was doing DM. Then he went on to become Professor of Nephrology in Madurai Medical College. And presently he is Professor of Nephrology in SRM Medical College. He is a great academician, and his interest in academics is so great. He without fail attends most of the meetings, and I have seen him as a junior there, how he evolved. Once you keep on reading and keep in touch with literature, there was a time when he could talk about anything and contribute in any meeting. So welcome, Padmanabhan sir.